Hey guys, what is going on? We saw NIP and MIBR battle it out for one of the final spots of the top 8 of the Face It Major currently going on. Unfortunately for NIP, they will be going back to the first lot of Swiss system. I think it's called the New Challenger stage. I think that's what they've renamed it to. Good for them though, they're not going back to the minor system where they have been for quite a long time. Another good storyline to come out of this one is obviously Get-Right and Forest look really on form. Get-Right in particular has been looking a little low sometimes, so I really like the fact that he was able to drop 33 kills throughout this one. That's what we're going to talk about for this first cache map. And the first thing I want to talk about or notice is this utility set he's using right now. It does a great job of denying information from MIBR and stopping them rotating one way or the other, depending what's going on. So you can see obviously the Molotov stops anyone peeking out from the checkers or under vent area, and that smoke denies a lot of information from anyone around the actual B site or out towards the CT side of that themselves. And these two players in Get-Right and Electro are just going to creep in here towards checkers. No real utility thrown after that initial set from both him and Electro, a couple of Molotovs. And they're just going to walk in here, and you can see it actually works quite well. Tarek's found a little bit unassuming of the players that could be here. Strafe's very wide, and Get-Right's going to find the first kill. And you see they do a very good job of selling this fake, and that's what it was in this scenario. If you haven't been paying attention to the minimap, you can see that the other three NIP players have just been chilling here indoor, waiting for the rotations to come in after they trust this initial kill, this initial pressure to come in from Electro and Get-Right. You can see it's worked very well. Fallen's rotated over here. He's going to use his utility. Cold Zero's trapped on the side. And it's honestly just Stewie left here to defend the A side itself. So NIP definitely have an advantage and a potential opener into this round. Unfortunately for them, Stewie's going to find the timing onto Forest. But notice what Get-Right's doing. Obviously, the focus of this video is on Get-Right, and this is a big part of lurking. It's not all about getting kills. He's denying the rotation right now from Cold Zero. And Cold Zero knows it. He's stuck here because, well, Get-Right's obviously just holding the line down towards CT. So many different angles Get-Right can be holding. He definitely has the advantage into this fight. And again, still, these other players are rotating over for MIBR. His teammates have had an opening into this, but obviously Cold Zero can't move. Eventually, Cold decides, all right, I'm going to have to drop a smoke, otherwise I'm not getting out of here. Unfortunately for Get-Right, doesn't quite find the spray through the smoke. Both entrances are smoked off, so he can't really do anything about Cold leaving. But that's just something about lurking that a lot of players don't understand. Is a lot of it is just locking out these rotations, giving your teammates space to move. You can see even now, because the rotations were so slow, they're forced to give Dennis a bit of space right now where he could potentially be playing the bomb or doing whatever he wants because they know they don't have the positioning. They don't want to give away any 1v1s if possible. So yeah, he's done a good job. Dennis has got an opening, despite the fact that Stewie gets a double kill in this one. Eventually Dennis goes down, but I hope you understand about what that lurking and how patient Get-Right is, just locking out those rotations, is a big part of what he does. And even though it only reflects one kill in that first kill onto Tarek, it's still a big part of this round, which definitely could have gone NIP, not his fault at all. Now, if you are this B player, you obviously have to be prepared to also entry into rounds. There seems to be a common theme throughout most teams, is you have this B default or the A default guy, and if it goes to the other side, they end up lurking like we saw Get-Right did last round, or if it goes towards their side, they end up being the entry frag. And that's exactly what we're going to see out of Get-Right in this particular round where he gets two nice little entries. But once again, we're going to see this same utility set, denying a lot of information from MIBR. Same Molotov, same smoke, forcing them out of those two entrances where they can look down deep towards where Forest could potentially be. He's going to take the angle with Get-Right, so nice double peaks. And yeah, Get-Right's just going to hold the only potential angle that could be open for them meanwhile. So what's going on right now? Well, after the default's been held, NIP are deciding we're going to gravitate over towards the B site because that's where we're going to execute. We feel like we've done a decent job of applying pressure elsewhere, and basically that's just their idea behind the strat. Notice actually Stewie's pushed into door, which prompts the rotation from Fallen. But however, because these two smokes have been used in towards this entrance, they have no idea where NIP are. Are they in towards checkers? Are they just towards B main? Are they maybe coming out middle late? What's going on? You see what this prompts from the CT side. They have to smoke off this entrance themselves, giving NIP even more space to cross. Because what's Fallen want to do? He says, I want to know where these players are. We have 3 players here. They're not coming B. We're in big trouble. And there's no way he can creep up here without this entrance smoked off. So that's a good job, obviously, by the CTs. This is the reaction that the T side has forced by continually smoking off this B main area. And it's going to end up not working too well for Fallen. He doesn't get the entry or doesn't get the timing quite right on this one. Get-Right's going to get the nice couple of entries, catches Fallen just at the perfect time as they're ready to explode, takes that player out there. Tarek's the third player here, but the trade comes in straight away as NIP explode onto this site. So you can see, just again, that constant utility set on towards the B site, forces destruction from MIBR, which NIP just capitalized on, giving Get-Right 2 of his kills in this one. So again, it's not Get-Right doing anything crazy individually per se, but you can see how what he does into this round, the utility he throws, the positioning he takes, doesn't work into that checkers too late. They just keep re-smoking that entrance over and over again until they're ready to work in the checkers pretty close to when the whole team is there. He doesn't walk into checkers too early in this one, but again, that's him varying up his play, and he's able to secure this round with 2 real nice entries. We're going to see a interesting little bit of a knife pull out there from Forrest, but he's eventually going to find this kill and finish this one off. That's another thing that GetRight does on this T side, and that default utility set, as I said, very useful for any player who likes to head towards this side of the map. And I know you're probably sick of seeing this utility set by now, but again, the pace being changed incredibly by NIP. The entire team is here ready to execute. GetRight's going to go through that smoke. He's going to clear this all out. Again, knowing the angles he's open to is only really from behind that box, and he's straight away in here. No slow pace like it was the last couple of rounds or a fake, finds Tarek, and he doesn't overextend here. He takes headshot and waits for the utility to land before going out and finding cold zero. Obviously knowing the angles he's susceptible to on this one, because you can see the execute that came out from NIP was a triple Molotov one on towards the B side. So GetRight, obviously that's why he comes out checking that close left-hand corner where Tarek was last round, is he just understands obviously what's available to him with the Molotovs all landing on towards the side. So again, change of pace is a big thing and something you also need to understand when mixing up. Even if you're doing the same utility set over and over again, you can see GetRight's taken 3 different paces throughout the 3 rounds I've showed you, really keeping MIBR on their toes, and he's won a large majority of the fights he's taken. But that being said, let's head on to the CT side now. Now in round 24, obviously it's not looking good for NIP, but they bring this back to overtime, and it starts right now with GetRight's double kill. I don't think this was intentional what we're about to see, but I just want to show you guys anyway because I found it quite interesting. So obviously GetRight's normally the mid/highway player. He rotates over here, makes the correct call, and he's going to find a couple of nice kills. And the one I want to highlight is the second one from him. So obviously you can jump spot on this A side if you didn't know. You're going to see it in a second, but he's going to find Stewie obviously coming out the door. The 2 low HP players, very nice for the UMP. But what he's going to do, he's going to jump spot up here. And I want you to look at this from Fur's point of view. This is almost perfectly calculated for NIP, but I don't think it is. So there's GetRight, there's a flash into his face, and then there's the kill from GetRight. I don't think at all that was intentional, but that's a great little bait maybe you could try and muck around with. Throw that little flash in over the top, have someone jump spot, draw the attention of the T players looking away. They're going to get full wided, and you can peek out such as GetRight did here. So that's interesting. I don't think it was intentional, but something I thought was a little bit cheeky. And in these high pressure rounds where MIBR have 15, GetRight steps up over and over again. We saw that double UMP kill in round 24. He got a 2K in round 25, which I'm actually not going to show you. He's going to get another 2K in this round right here. And all of them seem to be rotating into this A site and playing a great supportive role for his teammates and getting done what needs to be done, essentially. So obviously the pressure coming in, a good bit of counter utility molotoving off the door, flashing front red isn't going to get his teammates blind. But notice what GetRight's doing right now is he's protecting the wrap side from his teammates and allowing them to do what they need to do. So when he finds Tarek right now, his goal at this moment is not to rush through and try and get the kills for himself. He knows if he can protect this wrap side, protect anyone maybe jumping top red, I can trust Dennis, I can trust Lekro to get these kills because they're not getting attacked from other avenues. And that's what he's doing right now, is enabling his teammates when he finds Tarek. If Tarek creeps through there, that's the end of the round. So GetRight saves us one of that 1 kill right there. Next thing to notice is that quick check of forklift is very important before he makes this next play. He checks no one else is wrapping, no one else is coming faster on this side. Okay, now I can commit and help out my 2 teammates that are alive. Also notice that if these 2 guys are down right now, GetRight's probably committing suicide just rushing in here. But the fact that there's 2 players up, he knows if I had a 3rd player in here towards the site, after I've checked this wrap side, very important, this little half a second we're seeing right now, I can get in here, create extra targets for my teammates, and really lock this one down. That's exactly what he does. Jumps through the smoke in this scenario. You can see very hesitant, doesn't want anyone to come around that forklift side. Catches these players coming around, gives Lekro a chance to take out Stewie. Not the case, but him coming through, getting that 1 extra kill, allowing Lekro to have that space if he did get that kill is very important. And the biggest thing about this is enabling your teammates, how he doesn't rotate in too fast, he just locks down that wrap side, takes out Tarek, and that check towards forklift. I think I'm repeating myself over and over again, but it's so incredibly important. Just those small little details he makes, and things that can make these supportive players from highway even better, and probably was the difference between NIP winning this round and MIBR just winning this one 16-10. Props is going to come here and eventually take out Stewie. But yeah, 2K from him, 2K from the 2 old school legends in this team. And we're going to continue on with the nice GetRight plays. GetRight continues to get kills, but round 30 is obviously the high pressure round. And this is the one again where GetRight's going to find a couple of players, and the one I want to talk about, the decisions he makes, the calculated risks he puts himself out with, and how they really pay off in this scenario. And some players will just freeze, and they want to make these calculated risks. And this is where you can see GetRight's experience really come into play in this scenario. The first risk, which is going to pay off for him, is when he hears for running away back towards Vent. Obviously, Vent breaks, indicating there's a player potentially near there. He's going to take the angle, seeing what's going on towards that area of the map. Before hearing Fur run away, you can see Fur making a lot of noise, punishes him for it, and now knows with Turret getting that opener in towards Checkers that I need to rotate in here and potentially help out my teammates. They find the bomb back towards middle, so again, Get Right's like, okay, I'm going to come back to the bomb. I don't need to help out towards B, that's fine. If we can lock down the bomb, lock down any potential counter boost coming in, Cold Zero is going to win that fight. But once again, notice how Get Right toys with them, knowing there's little time left on the clock. 20 seconds now. That's all that's left for these players to go to one side or the other. His teammates are there, potentially delaying, getting ready for support for that player towards B. And once he catches them going up highway, notice how fast Get Right is with this peak. He's not mucking around. 10 seconds left. He knows Cold has to go, catches him in the back. If there's more time left, that peak's probably a little bit over the top in a 3v1 scenario, but he does it anyway, understanding how little time's left, and just those little calculated risks, particularly that first one to Fur, really pay off, getting the information for his teammates, and obviously that bomb getting caught going towards Vent is a big factor as well. But just great job from Get Right in that one, reading the situation, and another 2k, it seems to be happening over and over again. Unfortunately, overtime doesn't go the way of NIP, and MIBR take this, what ends up being the deciding map in this one, even though it was map number 1. We're going to see Get Right get a nice little 3k on this force buy from MIBR, backtracking a little bit to round 27, and there's not much to break down, it's just a 3k, which we all enjoy. Well, that is it, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this kind of content, and I'll catch you all in the next video. There it is, nice little 3k.